We say goodbye to Jinksyboy and his friend Dan. I won't lie to you, there's a tear or two shed. And we start the day. Lodge Sessions Day 3 is underway. If you watched anything of my last video, you'll know two things. We played hard last night, so we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I have no audio on my helmet mic. So hopefully you enjoy the music selections I have chosen for this video while we head out to the lake to wait for Lavigne and his son, little Jinksyboy. Rob's gonna help me repack my bag with all the important stuff like tow straps and bungee cords. I may or may not have left that open. We'll just zip that up and wait for the signal to go. Drew tells us Lavigne and Jinksy Jr. is down the lake, so off we head. It's a crisp morning and we've got a small group today. Some people have chosen to do their own thing. Some people have chosen just to take the day off and rest. Didn't take long before we were stopped on the trail. Typical performance this weekend. At this point I was really curious what was going on up ahead, so I kind of inched my way through. I could kind of see what we're dealing with here. We have an injured female rider and her snowmobile's actually crashed into a tree. We walk up to see if she's okay, and you'll notice there's a big hole here. What I think happened was she hit this hole, whiskey throttled, and the sled lurched forward right into the tree. Seems she's got a sore ribs there, possibly a broken wrist. Massart's gonna have a look. He's lifting the sled out of the way here so we can get a better look at it. And it just barely hit the tree, possibly about 2 inches away from it. So there's nothing bent or broken, not even a scratch. The sled got lucky, but not so much about the rider. That's important. Tech vests will save the day every time. The points he's pointing out that someone else did the same thing and hit the tree up ahead on the right there. Made sure everybody was okay and got them on their way, and off our crew went. The rail lines in the Sudbury area are probably some of the nice rides you've ever done. Not any challenge because there isn't many turns and there's not much elevation change, but man, the views you see along the way is incredible. This is the point where we realized that the booze boomerang was coming back. The liquor evacuation protocol was in place.
That did be a bad boat. Don't eat me.
That bump put the microphone back in place, but it didn't take long for it to fail again. And back in silence I went. So you might as well put the drone up. Corey's going to head back and see if he can find the rest of the gang and their dehydration celebration recovery. Didn't take him long to return with the group, but we knew one of the riders wasn't going to make it the rest of the day. Massart decided he was going to play with the big boys and continue the ride, while the rest of the Wisconsin boys headed back. We were getting low on fuel, so we stopped at our favorite place where the Moon Restaurant is. There's this little gas bar right here, but they only served regular fuel. It wasn't until after the ride that I found out that they actually have octane booster in there. So if you're ever in the area, you need some fuel, feel free to fill up there, pop in and grab some booster if you're really desperate to top up your tank. Off we go, and I hang to the side until I can find a safe place to take the Mach 2 through. This was family day Monday, so you can see there's a lot of people out enjoying the day with their kids in the ski booths. I thought this was a cool crossing. It reminds me of the Baysville Bridge with a little less snow. Now we got that road crossing out of the way. How about some more Powerline playtime? Just have the Port Sydney Freerider finish playing around out there, and then we can get on our way. All right, let's rock. We drop into this river, and it was a pretty cool feeling to be flying along this flowage. Come across this rock with a vintage skidoo up on top. We just have to stop. I tell Masser there's got to be some good parts on that for some of his old relics, and he says, you know what, I'm going to get up there. Took a little bit of digging and a little bit of figuring on how he was going to climb up on that thing. But he finally got up there, cleaned it all off, and we got a couple great shots. It was at this point Ron pointed out all that's holding up that slab is one little boulder. Looks safe to me. I love coming across cool little things like this on the trail. We found another neat warming shelter, and I stopped by to take some pictures and check out this little unit. Really love the ingenuity of some of these clubs and their wood stoves. This one made out of a 45-gallon drum. This one made out of a 45-gallon drum. Probably works pretty good. After I have a virtual beverage, a few others join me for the well-deserved break. Sat there for quite a bit and determined nobody was going to light this fire for us, so it's time to get on the way. After all the smack talk I've given about people ditching it, I think it was my turn.
What are we doing?
I think it's in yours, bud.
Going.
With enough of us, can we?
I'm the new camera guy. Like Quebec. When I went in the ditch, Gary just sat there and filmed me.
This is why you shouldn't ride beyond your limits, kids.
What do we think?
We gotta hook that onto another
Local
sled.
freerider.
Right out of there, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Get out of there. We decided we're going to take a pit stop to Hiawatha's, formerly Rockies, and grab a snack. I've never been to this restaurant, and it's pretty cool. There's a Loch Ness monster named Rocky out front, and lots of parking for the snowmobiles. Alright, Massart blew out his belt drive. Little problem with one of the bolts on it, sheared it right off. We tried to fix it. He even decides to show us how he can drop the hardware just like the Mudbrats into snow. We determined we couldn't fix it. Lucky for him, it was 4 kilometers away from the lodge. So he got a quick tow back and was able to load it in the trailer.
She's a tight squeeze, Gary.
It looks good.
Yeah, sir. This trailer.
5 sleds in there? Yeah,
Slugs.
that's cool. What a beauty trailer, buddy.
She ain't bad.
This was the final night. We said goodbye, and it was a pleasant surprise to wake up in the morning and find my new favorite hat hanging on my mirror. Thank you so much, Massart. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up this year. It was a blast. We've created new friends and new memories we'll never forget.